Rangers could be staring down one of their biggest transfer decisions in recent years, and it all revolves around Nicolas Raskin. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Fresh developments suggest the Ibrox hierarchy may demand well in excess of £20 million if they decide to cash in on the Belgian midfielder this summer, with former Rangers man Charlie Adam lifting the lid on what could become a defining moment for the club's new ownership. And the timing couldn't be more dramatic. From frozen out to undroppable, Raskin's season has been anything but straightforward. Once sidelined amid a turbulent spell under Russell Martin, the 25-year-old looked set for an uncertain future at Rangers. But everything changed with the arrival of Danny Roll. Under the German coach, Raskin has been completely revitalized, transforming into a key figure as Rangers push for the Premiership title. His ability to dictate tempo, operate with both feet, and seamlessly switch between defensive duties and creative play has made him one of the most influential players in Scotland right now. Adam summed it up bluntly. For me, he's a top midfielder. He can create, but also link play and play as a number 6. There's another layer to this story, and it could send Raskin's value soaring. Now a regular under Rudy Garcia with Belgium national team, Raskin is heading toward the World Cup with serious momentum. If he performs on that stage, Rangers may find themselves in a bidding war. Adam didn't hold back on that possibility. If he goes to the World Cup with Belgium and does really well, then they have to maximize the prize. You'll be looking at north of £20 million. That figure could climb even higher, depending on how events unfold over the coming months. There's one major twist that could keep Raskin at Ibrox: Champions League football. Winning the Scottish Premiership would not only deliver silverware, but also open the door to Europe's elite competition. That changes everything, both financially and in terms of player ambition. Adam believes that scenario could tilt the balance. If they make the Champions League, it'll be easier to keep him. There's even the possibility of Rangers benefiting from UEFA qualification quirks, potentially fast-tracking their route into the league phase. For a player like Raskin, that's a huge incentive to stay and continue his rise. Of course, nothing is guaranteed. The title race is hanging by a thread, with Rangers, Celtic and Hearts separated by just 3 points heading into a brutal run-in. Trips to Tynecastle and Parkhead loom large. Fixtures that will define not only the season, but potentially Raskin's future. Adam highlighted the challenge ahead. Back-to-back away games against Celtic and Hearts will show your mentality. There's still going to be a couple of twists and turns. With a contract running until 2028, Rangers are under no immediate pressure to sell, but that doesn't mean they won't. This is where the business side kicks in. A huge offer, a standout World Cup, or failure to secure Champions League football could all push the club toward a sale. On the flip side, winning the league and competing at Europe's top table might convince them to build around Raskin instead. Either way, one thing is clear: Rangers are approaching a crossroads, and Nicolas Raskin is right at the center of it. Before we get into our next story, if you are enjoying today's video and you would like to see more and stay updated with the latest Rangers news, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video. Thank you, let's get back into the video. In other news, Rangers' pursuit of Jager has taken on an entirely new dimension, and it's one that could dramatically shift the balance in their favour this summer. When the Burkina Faso international first arrived at Ibrox, it was under the assumption that his parent club, Wolves, would remain a Premier League side. The loan deal, agreed without an option to buy, reflected that expectation. Wolves believed they had enough defensive quality to comfortably secure their top-flight status, making Jager's temporary move to Glasgow a developmental step rather than a long-term exit strategy. But football rarely follows the script. A disastrous start to the campaign under Vitor Pereira set the tone, leaving Wolves rooted to the bottom of the table. Any hopes of a revival quickly faded when Rob Edwards stepped in, only to endure a nightmare opening spell, losing his first 7 matches in charge. From that point on, relegation felt inevitable. That reality was confirmed on Monday, and with it came a ripple effect that Rangers will be watching very closely. Relegation from the Premier League almost always triggers a period of upheaval, and Wolves are now bracing for exactly that. A fire sale looms as the club recalibrates financially and structurally for life in the Championship. For Rangers, this could be the opening they've been waiting for. Jager has impressed during his time at Ibrox, quickly establishing himself as a composed and commanding presence in defence. There is a growing belief within the club that he has the potential to become a cornerstone of the backline for years to come. However, without a pre-agreed purchase clause, Rangers are currently at the mercy of Wolves' decisions. Reports suggest that a deal in the region of £8 million could be enough to secure his services permanently, a figure that reflects both his current ability and his considerable upside. Internally, there is admiration for Jager's development, with Danny Röhl understood to be among those who rate the defender highly. Just as importantly, the player himself is believed to be open to the idea of staying in Glasgow, especially in light of Wolves' relegation. At 23, Jager finds himself at a crucial crossroads. Having been deemed surplus to requirements in the Premier League setup earlier this season, he now appears to have outgrown the level Wolves are dropping into. The Championship, while competitive, may not align with his ambitions or trajectory. That mismatch could ultimately work in Rangers' favour. However, the situation is far from straightforward. Red Star Belgrade, Jager's former club, are monitoring developments closely. The Serbian side retained a 10% sell-on clause when they sold him to Wolves, giving them a potential financial edge if they decide to bring him back. That clause could influence Wolves' thinking, especially if multiple bids arrive. Then there's the parachute payment factor. Wolves will receive significant financial backing despite their relegation, allowing them to spend aggressively in pursuit of an immediate return to the Premier League. In that context, they may view Jager not as expendable, but as an asset worth reintegrating, either as part of their promotion push or as a player to retain value for a future sale. Another possibility is a repeat loan. Relegated clubs often send players out temporarily while restructuring before reassessing their roles once stability is restored. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.